And I went to my ex-husband in here in Van Nuys and I said, hey, I got a problem. I'm out of work and I need a place to stay. And he said no.
They had it all: love, stability, a man who valued them. But they traded it for illusions. And now they face the price of regret. Today, you'll hear real confessions from women who left good men thinking they deserve more and ended up alone, unsupported, and full of remorse. Watch until the end. This is a warning for every man who gives his all and still gets discarded.
Watching my ex thrive, it's a beautiful thing, but it's really triggering for me because I walked away with literally having to start over after 12 years of starting over, of wondering if I'm going to be able to keep a roof over my head with my boys and not being able to just go out and play in our backyard like we used to. And wondering if I'm going to be able to feed them.
This woman is the portrait of silent regret. She walked away from a stable 12-year relationship and now struggles to provide for her kids and cover the basics. The stability and commitment she once took for granted have turned into an unbearable burden in the absence of the man who provided them. The problem isn't being triggered by his success. It's the realization that she gave up security to start over with nothing solid beneath her feet.
I've been divorced before. My first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's one thing to like work and work and work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same and just want a different life.
So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally. Every time we saw each other, like you knew that was your soulmate, right?
Wow, so he was your soulmate? He just loved you.
He really did.
And you broke his heart. Oh, don't cry, Tim.
Here we see a raw confession. She had love, support, and a hardworking man, but traded it all for ambition and greed. She wanted a different level, more money, more status, and ended up destroying the one who truly loved her. She openly admits she was selfish and took advantage of him. This proves that often it's not a lack of love that ends marriages, but the illusion that something better is always waiting out there.
Wiped me clean. I mean, had me evicted somehow, one way or another. Had me evicted, and he got a rental agreement. He got to stay on the property. I had to leave. And I went to my ex-husband in here in Van Nuys and I said, hey, I got a problem. I'm out of work and I need a place to stay. And he said no.
Here we see a clear example of consequences. She lost everything and, in desperation, tried to lean on her ex-husband. And he said no. This isn't cruelty, it's a natural consequence. Those who leave relationships believing they will always have someone to fall back on often learn the hard way that doors close.
I left the man that I loved for the man that I deserve. I was in a relationship for 10 years and decided to leave that relationship because he was no longer the man of my dreams. He was a good boyfriend and he never cheated on me, and we were good to each other, but when it came to alignment and what I deserved and what I wanted and saw for myself and my future kids, I wanted to give my kids the best possible father I could, as well as like the best possible life I could give them, and love is not enough for that. So I left. It took me years of contemplation, but Now I am in pursuit of finding the man of my dreams again, and somebody who will give my children and me the best possible life. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you want, it's about what you deserve and what you plan on giving yourself. Because you're young, you're hot, you might as well live your best possible life, especially the one life that you have, the one body that you have, the one time period that you have. Don't waste it away on settling.
This woman left a good man not because he mistreated her, but because she wanted more. She wanted the man of her dreams, the perfect father, but in practice, she threw away stability for a fantasy. She calls it not settling, but it's really immaturity, confusing the desire for status and personal ambition with true love. In always chasing better, she ended up with nothing.
I think I have just lost the one person that I prayed for. All because of my self-sabotaging tendencies. God forbid I actually accept good things that are happening to me because I'm so used to it being a mess. I'm so used to it being toxic. And here I am in the face of a non-toxic situation, in the face of a God-fearing man, in the face of a family man, an amazing person. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And I think I just lost the opportunity to experience something I've never experienced before.
This woman reveals a self-destructive pattern. She prayed for a good man, but when she found him, she sabotaged the relationship because she didn't know how to live without chaos and toxicity. It shows how many women have become so accustomed to drama that they reject stability when it finally appears. The problem isn't the lack of good men, it's the lack of emotional maturity to accept them.
Can we talk about just how incredibly hard it is to know the truth about certain men? This past Easter, I was hanging out with some family, and they brought up an ex of mine from high school. And they were like, "Oh my God, he was such a good guy. He's our favorite ex of yours. He was so sweet. He was so kind. That was a good one, that was a good guy." And the crazy thing is, I thought that too. I thought that for so long. I thought that when we dated, I thought that, into adulthood, I would still be saying, he's such a great guy. He's one of the good ones, And then, not that many years ago, I let him know that his friend had assaulted me and that I hadn't told him. At the time, I was worried about ruining their relationship, which is crazy now, obviously. But I told him, and he listened to me, and he was like, "You're so brave. You're so brave, and I'm so proud of you for using your voice for positive change, your podcast talking about it. That's amazing, and thank you for telling me." And I remember thinking, this is why he's a good one. He really cares. He really cares, right? And then, not so many months after that, I happened to get on Facebook. And guess what? Guess who I see in a photo together? Not only was he still hanging out with this guy that he knew assaulted me, but he was bringing his wife and his kids around him. His daughters. Me telling him made no difference. And it's just brutal because I didn't want to bring that up in a conversation with my dad. He doesn't need to know that. It doesn't matter in the moment. But I just God, I wish I felt that way. I wish I could still see that about this guy, There's so much silent struggle that we go through, just because it's not worth bringing up all the time, but God, it just sucks.
Here, there's real pain mixed with frustration. She admired a good man, but expected him to cut ties with someone who had hurt her, and he didn't. She learned that what looks like kindness isn't always strong character. At the same time, there's a tendency to keep old wounds open, reliving the past while expecting full repair. Sometimes life doesn't deliver that perfect justice.
After you actually lose a good man, let me tell you the aftermath. Before you choose to lose this good man, you will try to find a man equivalent to the man you're with. And you will think that you could find better. But when you actually put yourself out there, you'll realize there is no man left right now. And every man will try to use you for a certain thing. And you will look for that man that you left in other men. You will regret that man to the core because you'll realize that there is no good people out there and nobody loved you as much as that man loved you. And after that, you will try to go back to that good man, only to realize that that good man doesn't want you. And he actually found a good girl. If you have someone good in your life, cherish them. Don't think you could replace them.
This is practically a lesson for all the others. She describes the classic cycle, leaving a good man, thinking she can find better, falling into the wrong hands, being used, trying to go back, only to find out that the good man moved on. Regret always comes too late because men of value don't wait in the same place forever.